Yeah, I'm not the God. Yeah, the God only knows what's next for us.
From the start, you've had weeks of preparation before the final. I know a lot of coaches would say that for any final games, you don't need to motivate the boys; they're already motivated. But in your case, what did you tell the boys to ensure that they are primed, focused, and ready for what's to come? Because JDT are the defending champions and they've won it 3 straight times now. So, how has it been for you so far?
Well, I think.
Mike.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Okay.
You can use this mic as well to talk.
Yeah, I think you can hear that. Yeah. Right. First of all, thanks for having me here back. Yeah. Since 2019, I think for me as a coach, like you say, every coach may be the same, but for me it's different. I still need to motivate the players. Yeah, we are not a big club. We are new in this arena, so definitely motivation is always the key factor. And we knew how big this final is, and the players looking forward, and they're very excited. Yeah, and end of the day, the chance is not always to play in the final, so definitely they are very excited to look for this final, and definitely I believe they will give their best for this final game.
Next question, please.
Coach, I think Coach datang masa Ogos 2023. Coach ada 2 full season habis di Kuching, dan Coach berjaya bawa Kuching sampai ke Piala Malaysia, layak ke Asia. Adakah Coach expect dalam 2 tahun ni mampu bawa Kuching macam sekarang ni?
Yeah, I think when I came, I made a promise to the president to bring Kuching City to somewhere, and that is actually in 3 years. Yeah, but it happened in 2 years. So, credit, you have to give to all the players for working hard to achieve it where we are now. So definitely, if you look at it, where we spoke before, I think it's a little bit too fast, but that's football. It happens, and we have to be grateful and don't stop from there.
Tapi what the different kali before this, Coach ada experience juga bersama Kedahan champion di sini. So kali ini dengan Kuching, apa yang membezakan Kuching yang dikenal untuk Coach bawa?
Yeah, I think I don't want to speak about Kedah. I think it's done and over. Of course the chief is there, but I think this is a new phase of journey, and the boys been massively professional in terms of on the field and outside. That's where the unity is always there as a family. So to be here, I think definitely is not easy. Yeah, because we are a small club. We don't have big names. We don't have big stars in the team. But it's all about hard work. Yeah. So day in and day out, they work very hard. There's some moments, of course, we knew we are not in the best moment, but I think the boys bounce back very well. So this is the character that they have, and hopefully we can end, with a good one.
Coach, boleh bagi update sikit mengenai player ada injury ke ataupun macam mana, and then ada mungkin ramai yang tak clear macam mana status 3 player loan JDT kat Kuching boleh main ke esok, Aziz, Ramadan dengan Daniel?
I think at the moment we are good. Yeah, there's no injuries. I think about the loan, I'm not the best person to speak. Yeah, so whoever gonna be in the pitch and in the lineup 20, I always trust everyone. So the most important is we focus on our tactical game plan.
Coach, belum ada apa-apa update on pemain?
Like I say, I'm not the best person to speak about that. Yeah, I think you can speak to the managers or maybe JDT person.
Coach, you've experienced finals before as a coach with Home United, with Kedah, and now with Kuching. I would like to ask you this question. May sound personal, but your brother was a former professional player, a legend in Singapore. So before this game, have you had any conversations with him to get some kind of pointers, impetus? Because Aidil Iskandar has won 3 AFF Suzuki Cups, so do you always go to him for advice, and what has he been saying, and how has he been following your journey, and how important is Aidil in your career lah?
Yeah, Aidil is always, my big brother. When we play together, and also in the national team before. Now it's a different phase of life because we are in the coaching position now, But definitely, I think he's always a person who I always look up and ask a lot of advice. Because he's also doing well beside football in life. So definitely, he's always the person I look up and ask the advice to in every aspect, not only in football. I think it's also in life. So we are very close. So I think it's just that he can't be in the final tomorrow.
Nazrin Coach mungkin boleh push bagi thoughts Coach mengenai pelantikan pengadil untuk perlawanan final ni, macam mana impact dia terhadap perlawanan esok?
I think we have to respect whatever MFL does, decision. I think it's all about their hard work also. I think there are always a reason why they choose to have outside referee. So for us, I think we have no issue, no problem, because we still wants to enjoy the football and the atmosphere. And I think the boys are professional. Whoever the referee, we always respect, and we will play our normal game. That's most important, because both teams are going to face the same referee. So I think the boys are professional, to be there.
Permainan compare dengan game-game sebelumnya.
I mean, the result we can't control, but of course the performance, I think I always trust the players, and I think the boys are, like I say, they are very excited. But I hope they are not too excited and make many mistakes. Especially in the first part of the first 15-20 minutes is very important. To settle down, because with the new atmosphere, with the pressure. But I believe the boys will give their best, and this is very important. When they are hungry, hopefully they can work double hard. Like I say, this is not always given, but it's all about hard work. And this final, you must take the chance. You must take the chance, and you must prove your worth that you are in the final. And also, let's not forget, we want to show that why we deserve to be in the second in the league, why we deserve to be in the final, and of course why we deserve to be in the ACL. So I urge the boys, to give their best. And the most important is to enjoy the football.
Coach, KL once proved that GDT can be defeated in the final. So do you believe your team can follow the footsteps of KL?
I mean, the example is there. Football is all about belief. It's all about hard work. Like I say, the result we cannot control, but we are not coming here just to participate. We come here to give our best. And we don't want to let down the Sarawak fans all the way fly to come here and watch a bad game. So like I say, it's all about hard work, and we have to push our maximum and give our best.
Mungkin Coach boleh detailkan sedikit lah what you see that.
I'm not the God. The God only knows what's next for us. Even tomorrow, we don't know if we're still alive or not. So this is the word that I'm meaning to say, that the result we can't control. We don't know what's the result. But the performance-wise, I think this is the most important, that we have to compete. And when we play with the best team in the league and in the Asia, it's a motivation for the players. So I believe the players always, whenever they play GDT, they will give their best. You can see the past few games that we play against them. It's always very tight game, a very good game. So hopefully this final, they will try to to give their all and to be better than the last few games against JDT.